Alright guys, we might have just lost our stream. Hopefully you guys are found us again. We had about 200 people over there on that one. I'll have to come and see if we have any comments through. We just hit 15 hours out here at the 2018 Desert Solstice. Hey guys, we are back. We lost our connection there for a second. I don't think we're quite out of data yet, but we are back in action. Hopefully you guys are here in the chat. Yep, there we go. Awesome, thanks guys. Yeah, we sometimes get kicked off, but we're able to like restart a new stream, so appreciate you guys just refreshing that for us. We only have 7 of you, but yeah, thanks so much. Appreciate you guys doing the best we can with what we got. Greg Armstrong looks motivated to get to 100 miles, knocking out 2:10 laps. Attaboy. Yeah, Camille Herring doing 2:10 laps. Oswaldo Lopez, who was throwing up fairly violently earlier, he's back cruising again, putting down some great laps. He is chasing his own 100-mile right now. For those of you wondering, I've got my bean burrito now. Thanks, Chris.
Not a problem. Thank the excellent people working down in the aid station.
So we yeah, we had to refresh our feed. We had about 200 people on the last one, so hopefully they come back alive. But
I think they'll come back in short order. And I'm still getting texts from people who were asking what happened to Courtney. Yeah. For those of you that might have missed it, she was up here in the studio with us, or with you, for a while. Just wasn't her day. I mean, it was. I think it was the culmination of
a long year. That's basically it. She fried her leg. She had nothing left. I mean, when she dropped from Big's backyard, she's like, my battery was at 0, and I don't think it recharged at all. So hopefully she takes some well-deserved time off. I want to see her do big things next year for sure.
I saw Camille working on her shoes again. I don't know, it seems like there might be an issue with her footwear. She and her crew were off to the side.
Oh wow, because she's like a mile behind Zach now, so she was there for quite some time, huh?
Yeah, she had to make multiple stops.
That's not good.
She changed her shoes the first time, and then the second time she, it looked like, had some sort of discomfort or situation again, so it was actually right as I was trying to get the camera set up on the other end. We'll have that camera up and running as soon as we can get a charge on that camera. The person who set it up, who shall remain nameless, me, forgot to plug it into a battery source, so it drained fairly quickly.
Yeah, it's cold out there, so we gotta keep that stuff plugged in. We'll get there.
This one's doing good over here, so.
Tartan Trumpet says, I'm a fan of Mountain Outhouse News. I think we all are.
Jam here. So I don't have my glasses, so I'm not really jam right now. Just Jamil.
I think I've got a pair of those blackout glasses in my car from
I've got some Gooders.
Gooders are pretty popular out there on the course today. So a lot of people
Gooders,
sporting
yep.
them. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Good people over at Gooder. We love them. Looks like I can see our timing team heading over. It looks like Greg Armstrong is pushing towards his 100-mile. He's going to be just a bit over 15 hours. Running, I think, all the way in Teva sandals.
Yeah, absolutely. He's been rocking the sandals all day long, and he looks fantastic doing it.
And right behind him will be Micah Morgan. She is coming up on her 100 miles as well. Wow, who's that moving really quick with the white Is that Micah? Micah Morgan with the white socks, like really charging?
No, that is...
Oh, that's Greg, maybe. Does he have a white top on right now?
I didn't think Greg was wearing a top at all.
Oh, no, that's Oswaldo.
Yeah.
Wow. Whew.
Hello.
156 lap. He is cruising. I guess he felt better after throwing up. That was Micah Morgan that just passed. She's doing like 230 laps. Oswaldo's doing 156. He's pushing for it. He's going for the record attempt. I think he might be over at this point, but yeah, he's over it, but I think at this point I think he wants to be done because he was just in it for 100 miles, so yeah, he's just pushing and he's gonna try and get done and out of here.
Yeah, he's at 96.4. Is that? Am I up to?
Night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Yep, appreciate it. Some of you guys are off to bed. We lost about 100 we lost over 100 of you guys in the last stream slip, unfortunately. But
will we get any Jubilee commentary tonight, or is she going to be all photo? I think she's.
Is she still here?
No, well, if she is, she's hiding.
She might have taken off.
Yeah, she's had a long day out here so far, so she obviously was shooting the race for a good several hours here earlier, so.
Yeah, if you guys want to see some of her photos, some of Howie Stern's photos, we've got some of them on our Air Viper Running Instagram page. At each event now, we try and post like a good number of photos from the experience from the day. Let's get the standings back up on the screen. You've probably seen enough of our faces. So there we are. We got Zach Bitter just ahead of Camille. Camille's back on track now. Hopefully she's got her shoe issues sorted out.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting if she can make up the time. Obviously, there is so much time still yet to be determined. I mean, when you're talking about 110, 111 miles at this point, but still, she was, as those who have been sticking around for a while know, she was actually leading the race overall for a brief time.
Yeah, for
about around mile 100.
A couple miles or so.
Yeah, 101. Yep. So hopefully she's got that under control, because it doesn't look like Zach's showing any signs of slowing down. He's looking fantastic out there. The whole field, the whole top of the field looks really strong right now still. So
yeah, it's amazing to see the ups and downs of these 24-hour races. And a lot of times, it happens, and it happens to all of us out there. But on here, there's no place to hide. There's no place to crawl behind a bush.
No.
You're just out in the open, and we, like I said earlier, those of you who were tuning in a little bit earlier, we had Oswaldo literally throwing up right in front of the booth here, super loud. You could hear it on the stream, and
I am afraid I must have missed that.
Yeah, now he's back out there pumping out sub 2-minute laps like he's fresh.
I'm shocked to find out that he was actually feeling ill, because he looked fantastic all day long. He was really moving. When I was talking with Eric earlier, obviously Eric Trance, he was actually really impressed with Oswaldo and seemed to really make a note of how fantastic he looked for the first several hours. Is Oswaldo the gentleman from Mexico we saw sitting down during the aid station crawl earlier as well? Not sure. Yes, that was him. He was actually sitting down in a much happier moment with his crew for a very brief moment in time. Obviously things went sideways for him for a little bit, but he's back out there and looking like he wants to get things taken care of. Wants to take care of business. Greg Armstrong has hit the 100-mile mark. Micah Morgan is at 99.67. She has been having a fantastic go of it. She's on the other side of the track now, running almost alongside Camille Herron at this point. We don't have a feed over there, but they'll be coming up on your feed here shortly. And I'm going to go check down on our camera to make sure that it's charged. Let's see. Oswaldo is the toughest dude. He's tough to be back out there and moving as well as he is. Take bets on if we get on-stream barf sometime tonight. Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Let's hope not. We already had it once before, basically the sound effects.
That's all we needed.
So,
we don't need anything more than that at this point.
Just want to give a shout out to all you guys tuning in right now. It's really awesome. For those of you who are tuning into Facebook or Twitter, we're also simulcasting over there. Hop on over to YouTube. We have the largest audience on YouTube tonight, so we've been kind of hanging out there for the last couple hours, interacting with everyone, just kind of having a good old time. We've had people throwing up on stream, the sound effects. We've had cones tipping over. We've had all kinds of fun stuff go down.
The cone tipping has really gotten some people hot and bothered on the stream, I've noticed.
I mean, Haley did, she did move it, but it looks like it was knocked, and it's like not on the line anymore. So, but she may not even notice it because it was just like kicked over a little bit. It's not knocked over, it's just kicked over, so.
Let's see. One of the things I'd actually like to find out is if you're on the YouTube stream, let us know where you're watching from. It'd be kind of cool to find out exactly how far we're reaching. Obviously, we're
because you can watch it on your, like, where on the world or what device?
Where in the world?
Where in the world?
I'd be curious.
Yeah,
We obviously had somebody from
pop in,
Finland.
type a comment, let us know where you guys are from. Oh, people are trying to talk. Oh, we also have our treadmill runner as well. We need to hear an update if they're still tuned in.
Texas Country Living, Dallas, Nashville, Tennessee. Oswaldo's from Madera, California. Sacramento, California. Springfield, Illinois. Yeah, people from all over the U.S. Chandler, Woodlands, Texas, San Antonio, Bend, Oregon, I'm assuming. Astoria, Boston, State College, PA, Michigan. Another one from Chandler, South Dakota. Watching from the home of the Heisman, I saw that Kyler Murray won the Heisman Trophy. Congrats to him. Good night for Oklahoma athletes so far. We got a Heisman Trophy winner, and then Camille Herron setting a record. I don't know which is more impressive at this point.
Let's. I'm pretty sure if we see a 24-hour record, that'll be the most impressive.
For sure. Oregon, Yosemite, Warsaw, Indiana. Not too far from where Susie's from. Susie's looking really good right now. She's third place
Arizona. Oh yeah, hometown pride, baby.
Traverse City, Michigan, LA, Peoria. The 217.
Israel. Nice.
Nice. Tuning in from San Quentin Prison in California.
Really?
Well, that's what they're saying.
All right.
Salt Lake City, an old fat guy from Minnesota. Does he know John Marushek? Silver City, New Mexico, Chicago, Sydney, Australia.
Awesome. Thanks for tuning in. You guys are tuning in all sorts of time zones away.
This is fantastic. I love knowing that people are interested in what we're doing out here. It definitely makes it worthwhile to have an audience. And I was wrong. One of the things that I talked about when we were getting the ideas for this together, I was under the belief, coming from a broadcasting background, oh, the average person's going to tune in for 10, 15 minutes. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, it just depends. I think if you make it, like what we're doing now is quite interesting. I wish we had, I don't know where our, I think our on-the-field correspondent is probably, he's either helping his runner or he's taking a nap. But we had, for quite a while, Patrick Karen was helping us out.
Patrick is fantastic.
Oh, I think I see. Maybe he's down there. He's probably helping his runner for once.
Patrick knows this game like few people. He has...
we just had Micah Morgan real quick reach 100 miles. Want to make a quick shout out to that. So 15-14 for Micah Morgan.
Unbelievable. Next up, likely to hit, well, we've got two people.
Nick Curry next.
Nick Curry and Bob Hearn are both within, actually there's 3 people that are on their 98th mile at this point. So... assuming things hold to form, Nick Curry, then Bob Hearn, then Oswaldo.
Oswaldo is pushing, so he might surpass both of them.
Where is he at? Oh, there he is over on the far left. He is
rocking.
He's moving faster than anybody else on the course, I think, right now. He is. He's a man on a mission, and like you said, if he's looking to be 100 and done, then. He's going to get his 100 in short order here. right, well, everybody's told us where they're from, and this is an open forum. We'd love to hear from you if you have any questions or comments. Who are you rooting for today? Who are you interested in seeing do well here at Desert Solstice? Obviously, we've got runners from all over the country, all over the world. So if you've got somebody in particular you're cheering from, we'd love to hear about it. I'm wondering if a lot of these people tuning in from Oklahoma are looking to see Camille do well. She makes no secret of her
ambitions.
Pride and
pride and ambitions.
A couple of people right off the bat saying that they're rooting for Camille. Ryan Schramm rooting for Nick Curry. It's a local favorite here as well. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm curious like what people think between Zach Bitter and Patrick Reagan. I mean, these guys are kind of on paper very similar runners. They're really good friends. I think they chat a lot. And Zach, of course, the more senior runner in terms of experience. Patrick, kind of newer, but he's already surpassed Zach's Javelina time by a half hour and showing some real promise as an athlete. And I know from talking to him and hearing from some of his interviews that he really feels personally that he's going to be a better 24-hour, longer distance athlete than shorter. So he really feels like the longer it gets, the stronger he becomes, and this is really the first time he's going to be able to showcase this.
It's fantastic to see him out here. Like we've said, he seems to have come in with a game plan. He's sticking to it. His rhythm, his cadence is so smooth and steady.
Even like you'll see him out there, and he does not expend any extra effort. When he is like grabbing something, he just barely reaches his hand out, grabs what he needs, and continues on. And when he's done with it, he just kind of releases it. Just steady, like a metronome. It's really fun to watch.
Let's see, Joseph Sutton asking if I can make sure I answer his question about qualifiers. I don't have that. I tried to log onto the site. We're still having connectivity
issues. You can't get to it?
For the Aravaipa Desert Solstice site. So if you're able to pull it up, that would be fantastic.
I'll see if I can get it up over here. I don't remember the current qualifying standards. It seems to change a little bit each year. We mostly keep tightening it. That'd be the password for the phone.
Okay.
At some point. And I don't know if I have that pulled up here. I have a lot of the record sheets, but I don't have that with me offhand. So.
What place is Ginger Runner in? Are they meaning?
Helicopter coming in. Ginger Runner? Is Ginger Runner?
Do they mean
Jacob Jackson or? Where's the question?
Oh, might have been a joke.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. People are rooting for.
Oh,
Susie.
The cone was kicked over, and the person who set it back up didn't put it on the line. All right, we might have to say something about that.
Also, somebody rooting for Connie. She's really grinding out there. Connie really is grinding out there. She's been going at it as strong as she can all day. Obviously, she's not moving as fast as she was earlier in the day, but...
all right, so for those of you curious in the qualification standards...
Pay attention, Joseph Sutton. This was
I
your question.
actually do have it, and I am going to, in fact, throw it up on our screen here.
Nice.
So, take a look over here. On your screen over there, we have our entry standards. So, for men, 24 hours. You can, if you hit the standard of 138 miles. For women, 124. Those are the minimum amounts to be considered, and of course, we have to have room in the race as well. It's not an invitational where we you don't apply and then we like pick our favorites. It's like if you hit the mark and we have room, we admit you. We do usually save a few spots towards the end for the top tier people that are probably like the Zach Bitters and the Camille Herons, where you know, pretty much if they want to run, we'll save a spot for a couple of them. So if you're on the lower end of these standards, we would recommend applying immediately as soon as the race opens up next year. For a 100-mile distance, it would be a 16:10 for men and a 17:30 for women.
And that's on any surface?
Anything that is like, you know, of accurate distance. You can also qualify 12 hours. There's quite a few 12-hour events out there. It's 80 miles for men and 75 for women. So the women's is a little closer on that one. And then 100K, you can qualify there. It would be 8 hours, 10 minutes for men, 8 hours, 50 minutes for women. And then 50 miles for the men, it's 6:20, and the women, it's 6:50. So that are the minimum standards for this event, and we oftentimes tighten them up a little bit each year because we just have such a stellar field, and we want to keep the competition high here and really have the best of the best at this event, showcasing them.
And you probably foresee having to actually modify those standards.
It depends, you know. We don't want to go crazy, but you know, we can't really go much over 30. So this is the biggest field we've ever had with 33. So we'll have to get some feedback and see what people thought of how it went.
Having never been here before, this field size seems excellent. There's always something to see, always somebody's efforts to talk about and try and capture. I'm a huge fan of a field of this size.
Seems good, as long as
30 to 33 would be perfect.
Yeah, it definitely is, I think, a lot nicer than years where we've only had 20 on the track.
For sure.
There's a lot more crew, there's a lot more energy, and I honestly think it's been helping the athletes today.
It definitely, it also makes this broadcast much easier and much more exciting that it seems like everybody is, or nearly everybody is in it for the long haul as far as a 24-hour athlete. It's keeping more people on the track and giving us more to spectate and to discuss over the course of time. There's, you know, constant movement and motion on all sides of the track. Go ahead.
Oh, we had a question, does Strava count? Probably not. Yeah, we look for results in actual competition where there's people timing the event, so that would be preferable. I mean, if you have a compelling training run of that distance and we can prove that you actually ran it, maybe, but it's not preferable to a race that can be verified.
If you can do it on Strava, then you might as well do it in a race and prove it outright.
We have another question about what happened to Courtney. I know we have a lot of people just tuning in and joining us. So Courtney stopped around 59 miles, around 9 hours, and just kind of had a long year, and she describes it, her battery ran dry at Big's backyard and hasn't really recharged. She thought she would just come out and see how she felt, and just didn't have it. So and kudos for trying.
And for those of you that were fortunate enough to catch her in the booth here earlier tonight, it was fantastic to watch. I actually have stepped in after she left, but she was in here with Jamil and Patrick, and it was great theater to have the three of you in here, and it was a lot of fun to follow. And the best thing about having her in the studio was the notion that, you know, after a bad race or a race that didn't fulfill expectations, it's hard for me to say that 60 miles in, you know, as fast as she did them is a bad race, but obviously her standards are much higher than mine. But she had great spirits after she composed herself and everything, and not everybody would be so willing to come in and you know, shoot the breeze for as long as she did. I did feel bad for her as she was walking up and down the bleacher stairs, though, because she was kind of hurting a little bit. But she did it because she thought it'd be a fun time, and she knew that there would be a lot of people online that were looking forward to seeing her efforts, and I think that awareness, there were a lot of people at that point. We had our greatest following on the stream at that point. We had several hundred people at that point.
Yeah, we cracked 300 for a minute there. So we had a question about virtual races, and is Aerobipa going to put any on? We actually are doing one right now. We're partnering with the Southwest Wildlife Foundation. We're doing a charity virtual race that's supporting them. Actually, the first one was just the last couple days. You can still get on board for some coming up. Yeah, you can go check out our website, go to our events page, and you'll see those popping up on there. But It's a great way to participate in one. You get some cool swag and you support some of our local wildlife. It's like a wildlife rescue mission, essentially, that's involved with just some local wildlife that some can be rehabilitated and sent back out into the wild, and others are going to need to be cared for just because they can't really be introduced back.
And just to speak even further about Southwest Wildlife, that's also one of the charities that we work with at Aravaipa as a beer garden beneficiary of our charity funds. So obviously it's not just something we're doing with the virtual races, it's also a cause that we put more muscle behind over the course of time.
So we had a comment, Pink Shoes guy just split a 219. That would be my brother Nick Curry. He's in 7th position. He's pushing for his 100 right now, so.
Yeah, Yogi Bear said Pink Shoe guy split 219, then 215, then 219. So whoever Yogi Bear is...
he's just kind of doing updates.
Apparently a fan of...
Yeah. That's cool. We also got a comment about the lady in turquoise. That's Connie Gardner, and she is got a bit of a lean over there, and she's just power hiking and walking. She's currently at 89 miles. I guarantee you she's pushing ahead to get her 100, and that might be all she has in her. We'll see how her lean progresses, but you know, it's something that's common for runners, honestly, especially as they age up a little bit. Connie is an absolute legend in the sport, and it's great to see her out here. She set quite a few age group records on the track earlier today, and she's charging towards that 100.
I mean, she's at, at this point, Connie is at almost 89 miles, and in 15 and a half hours, she's still going to be, walking off the course in a, 18-ish hour 100-mile. That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah. We got some people asking about our treadmill runner, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 Element OP. We have not heard from them in a while. I don't know if they've dropped the stream or we lost them back there, but maybe they're just putting in the miles. They're hoping to do 100, I guess, by tomorrow.
Did they say they were actually running on the treadmill, or they were just actually staying on the treadmill? Maybe it stopped, maybe they're lying down.
Claim they had already done 40, and we're shooting for 100.
Oh, wow.
So, you want to get this one going?
Oh, yeah, I will. I'll be right back.
All right, we're going to get Chris to try and fire up our other camera angle over there on the track so we can get another view going for y'all. Is Maggie still in it? That's a good question. I actually don't think I've seen her in quite a while. Seems like